Peace and love, everyone. I was thinking about like how I always give out motivation. Like I do my best to motivate people, like all the time. It's just what I do. But I found that because I motivate people so much, that people literally, um, they find it, they find some type of way to hate on me for that. And I think that it's crazy. It's stupid, for whatever reason, because people have no idea of what I have to go through as an individual, as a woman, in order for me to motivate you the way that I am, the way that I'm doing. Man, do you know what I mentally, spiritually have to go through, and the things that I have to the different dimensions I have to transcend, and the things and situations I have to overcome in order for me to be able to push out that type of motivation? Like, you would be mad, supporting me, liking me, sharing my posts, because it's not about me. I'm doing what I'm doing for the people. And I see so many people coming online, going online, and they're like, posting police brutality, speaking about being an activist. But why are you always posting that side of it? Why don't you post this positive energy back into the people? It's bigger than us. It's bigger than what we're going through. But collectively, we're so divided. There's so much division that it's sad that someone has to actually lose their life before we actually stand up and pay attention to what's going on. And you know what? I have a lot going on that's bliss, which means a blessing for the people. But if you were gonna look at me and say, "Hey, that I think that I'm more than everybody else," you're totally misinterpreting who I am. I have a vision from God, and that vision that I have is to take us to new heights, to take us to new realms, to take us to higher dimensions. And you can't be caught up in the type of motivation that I'm giving out, the type of inspiration I'm giving out, because it takes just as much of me to continue to drop product, to keep dropping books, to continue to start new companies and do new things. Like, it takes just as much as me as it would anyone else. The only difference between me and other people is the fact that I'm doing it. I'm doing what I'm saying. I'm doing what I'm talking about, and you don't know what type of circumstance I have to go through in order for me to push things out that way. So I want you to look inside your heart, to clean your heart, to clear your mind, to clear your temple of these weird ass vibes, because they don't have to live in the kingdom. Period. They don't have to live in the kingdom at all. Like, it's time to get rid of ignorance and stupidity and foolishness, because why should it exist? There's so many people online who are half naked, who are showing their ass, and everyone's reposting, and everyone's liking, and everyone's sharing. It doesn't make sense. I'm motivating you. I'm pumping you up. I'm giving you this positive vibe and energy, and you need to log on YouTube to like and subscribe MONI'SOI, because I'll continue to push it out if this is what you want. If this is what you want, positive energy, positive vibes, if this is what you really want, I'll give it to you. But you got to do your part, and you gotta like and subscribe and support this movement, because it's way greater than right now. Like, this is about kingdoms. This is about government. This is about tribe. This is about the indigenous. This is about us as a whole. So let's drop the ego. Let's drop the pride. Let's let all that nonsense go. Period. Period. Like, it's 2020, and we've been dealing with something that's been affecting people all over the globe, and it is a perfect time for us to allow that vision to crown. When it comes to giving birth, the first thing that happens when a woman is in labor, when she has went through past the contraction stage, is the baby head crowns. Once the baby had crowns, she's now delivering and giving birth to that baby. Once that baby is born, there's joy. So we're actually getting ready to walk in a joyful season of our life. This is Jubilee. And I'm being active to push you guys, to take you guys to a whole different level. I made a goal. And I set goals. I said, I'm going to produce millionaires, billionaires, or trillionaires with my life. Not off of just myself, but off of the grace that God has given me. I have been given a grace, and I've been put here on assignment, and it's my purpose to take people and to catapult them to different levels and different realms in their life. But I could tell you all day, every day who you are, what you can do, what you're capable of. But if you don't actually sit down and do the work, you got to mix the work with your faith. Because faith is not enough. Faith combined with your work is what produces manifestation of your vision. And you have to be willing to invest into it. I've invested everything that I have into this vision because I trust and know that God has shown me something that's way greater than me. And I continue to do that. I continue to sow these seeds of greatness. I continue to give birth to greatness because I know that there's going to come a time and season where I am going to have to feed my people. Because the people perish for lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom, and lack of understanding. So why wait until that time comes? Why let me do all the hard work? Why let me carry that burden when you could join me as an empress and work with me? Do the work. Bring something to the table. Don't just let me push out this motivation and give you this motivation and you be selfish and you just do what you have to do for you. Let's come together. Let's grind together. Let's push this thing out together because I'm ready. I'm on fire. I'm lit. And the reason why I'm lit because I can't stay on one level and just be satisfied with that one level. I'm content in all things. Trust me. I lay down with peace every single night. Peace is in my heart. Peace is in my spirit. I lay down with that. But I'm not stuck there. So when I was in the last season of my life and I was going through all that bull crap with the courts, the stress, that was hard for me. But I didn't stay there. I said, I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to go to the next level because I was uncomfortable. It was hard. It was difficult. So every season I get in, like I am uncomfortable with it. So I make it a priority for me to keep taking it higher. You know, there's 1 dimension, there's 2 dimensions, there's 3 dimensions, there's 4 dimensions, there's 5 dimensions, there's 6 dimensions, there's 7. There's so many different dimensions and realms, and we still trying to overcome levels. We still fighting over land. We're still fighting over land. We're still fighting over reparations. We still debating who we are. We still debating silly, minor things about who we are instead of walking in it. You know, I see people all the time talk that talk. But when it comes to standing on your square and knowing all the different degrees about being who you are, what are you doing? Because I know a lot of y'all who say y'all in your subconscious mind are really in your conscious mind who accepted that stimulus because you haven't elevated to the next level. The only people that should have gotten that stimulus were the children. If you in your subconscious mind. But since we're not operating in our subconscious mind, we're still allowing the enemy to conquer us. We're still allowing the enemy to conquer us. So they're giving out these COVID tests. The question you need to be asking yourself is, what are they looking for inside of you? It's not the sickness that they're looking for. They're looking for something inside of you. They're looking for something that could heal what they have going on. They're looking for something inside of you. And they haven't found it yet. They haven't discovered it yet. And they're not going to. The reason why they're not going to discover it yet is because Allah has hidden many secrets from the enemy. And Allah is not going to reveal the secret to the enemy. And the problem is that too many of you who are operating in the private are revealing secrets to the enemy. So you're trying to get access to certain things that you can't get access to because you're taking private and you made it public. You don't know the difference between public and private. And you call yourself an activist, and the only reason why you're being an activist is because you want to go out there where the media is involved and you want to get exposure for your company, your business, and you want to get it that way. That's not an activist. What are you really doing to be active on a daily basis consistently? What are you doing? What are you doing? Because to you, it's about something else. It's about something else, but for me, it's about the people. That's what my heart is. That's what I live in. That's what I walk in. I do this every single day. I do this until I can't do it no more before my day is over. I do this day in and day out. Prayer means you're in constant communication with Allah, seeking true answers for what you're supposed to be doing while you're here. It's not about you. Let that go. Drop your pride. Drop your ego. What is really peace and love? This has to be in your heart. You got to be willing to walk this alone. You got to be willing to walk this alone before you can walk it with a multitude of people. And the problem is that it's about everything else. People, you know what? Lately, spiritually, my mind has transcended to new heights. A lot of things that mattered to me last month don't matter to me right now. It's bigger than that. It's greater than that. It's bigger than me. It's greater than that. It doesn't matter. So people are looking and they're wondering, hey, why doesn't she care about this? Why does she care about that? Why? Because God has elevated me. I've been elevated. Why? Because my desires and my trust has been placed in God. And people get so mad and so angry when you're not doing what they want you to do. But I'm in constant prayer and meditation about what I'm supposed to do in the will of the ancestors for my life and for my children, and my legacy, and my heirs, and for my children's children. That was a white butterfly. Transformation. So even now, while I'm sitting before you, I'm transforming into something greater than myself. And I really wish you guys to just drop these egos, man. Drop this hate that you have towards me. Drop these egos that you have towards me, because I am a human being just as you are, and I'm working hard just as you are. The only thing about what I'm doing is I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the people. And we can go so much farther together if you would just drop the ego. I'm literally just sharing with you what's in my spirit, because in order for me to motivate you and to inspire you and to lead you and to guide you and to take you to newer heights in your vision, you got to trust me. You can't have hate towards me, because you got to look at the spirit. People come at me, hey, I'm working with this person, I'm working with that person, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, next year I'm doing, okay, cool. But you got to trust me, because this is about leadership. And I'm not coming up under a leadership that you don't know as much as I know, and no offense, but I study every single day. I research every single day. 7 days out the week, I'm learning something new. So I'm not going to take all the knowledge that I have and go up under something or someone who does not have the type of knowledge that I have. I'm not going to do it. It's foolishness. That's foolishness. So we have to come together and really work and really push forward and work at it. Tomorrow is Tuesday. My premiere, it releases at 7 p.m. You got to watch it. It's a dope interview. Kent Taylor, man, go online and follow him, because I've been interviewed by multiple people, multiple radio shows, and he is a dope interviewer. Like, he really got me to talk about things that I don't talk about with people. He dug into my personal life. So go follow him online. He is empowering, he is inspiring, he is motivating, and he is operating his subconscious mind. So look, we are nothing alone. You know how many people know me that are doing this, that are operating in media, that did not sit down with me and get that type of energy out of me? He did it. Big ups to him. Shout out to my photographer, Jeray Banks Bay, Levels Entertainment, because he's always rocked with me. Shout out to Merv Stevens, Promoter's Life, because he's always rocked with me throughout my career. Shout out to Shonda Rigger, who is pushing out her book, who's pushing out her biography, who's always rocked with me. Shout out to the Nobles who rock with me. Shouts out to the Bays and the Ales who rock with me. Shouts out to people in general. Shouts out to La Junta, Colorado. And most importantly, shouts out to Louisiana, Texas, Maryland, Chicago, the UK, everyone. Like, all my people. Like, I love you. Peace and love. Wado.